Over these past couple years, if you've been following the channel, you would know that I've had very conflicting feelings on whether or not I think chapters being yearly is a good thing for Fortnite. Yeah, my personal opinion is to keep the chapters being at 2 years. I still do believe that, but what's best for the player base? I'm not here to have that discussion for you. I want to talk to you for a couple minutes about a recent video that I'm working on right now and why chapters being yearly might be affecting that. We're going to get into it in just a second. Before we do though, I do want to say hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. Guys, let's talk about yearly chapters kind of. So the video that I'm working on, if you guys have been following the channel, you might know that this video is coming out after every chapter of Fortnite. I make a video saying goodbye to every POI, location, landmark, every single little thing on the map. This is the first chapter where I'm personally really feeling disconnected from this map because it's usually like a really, like honestly, I'm not even exaggerating with you. It has been a sad thing over the years. Chapter 4, not so much, but there were still locations that I'm really going to miss with Chapter 4. I enjoyed the map. I just had so much fun throughout the entirety of Chapter 4 that some of these spots ended up feeling a little bit nostalgic, but even then it's like, okay, there was a lot of the map that I didn't necessarily care about. I'm making this video, and at the time you're watching this, I'm recording this video. It's going to be out next week of saying goodbye to every single POI and landmark on the Chapter 5 map. I don't know if this is because, and I would love for you guys to tell me in the comments, like, what do you think this could be the reason? Because I can only brainstorm right now. Is it the fact that Chapter 5 has been so short? Am I spending too much time playing Fortnite Reload? Which I personally think that's the case, but I'm feeling like no nostalgia at all making this video. Don't get me wrong, it's still gonna be a banger video. Have some funny moments, saying goodbye to POIs. There were POIs that I really enjoyed, like Restored Reels, Rebels Roost, but there's not a ton there. I find myself visiting places on the map right now that I've never even seen before, or I don't even remember. And quite frankly, like, don't get me wrong again, I'm enjoying myself playing, I'm enjoying myself making the video, but it's not this, like, emotional thing for me. When I did it for Chapter 2, man, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss this POI so much, and we built that connection. It's something we've talked about when speaking about yearly chapters. You build a connection with the map, you build a connection with the storyline on the map, you have some great memories and some certain POIs, your main drop spots, all that. Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, I think that I just enjoyed playing on them so much, and Chapter 3 was objectively like one of the best maps Fortnite has ever made, and I enjoyed the entire layout. The POIs were unique, you know? So for Chapter 3, I felt something saying goodbye to that. Chapter 4, again, much less I felt, but at the same time, I still enjoyed my time throughout Chapter 4, and that's what I'm worried about, because Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 were both 1 year. Why is Chapter 5 different? Is it because I'm not enjoying myself as much in Chapter 5? I am enjoying the game, though. I personally think it's because I spent the last however many months pretty well just playing Fortnite Reload. Like, to be honest with you, the only time that I ever really play Battle Royale is every once in a while I will with my friends, and I still play this game quite regularly. The only time that I really play Battle Royale is when I stream with Dag, Jojo, and Clark. And there's nothing wrong with Battle Royale. I still enjoy Battle Royale. There's just been so much throughout Chapter 5 that, and of course, like, with Fortnite, I've been playing Battle Royale a lot more. But like I was saying, there's just been so much with Chapter 5 that's made me feel a little bit more disconnected from the game. It doesn't make me excited to visit any new POIs on the map. Like, I go, okay, Mount Olympus, beautifully made POI, but I feel like no nostalgia saying goodbye to it. And I know, and I'm definitely not one of those guys. I know we're going to be hearing about, like, this time next year, does anybody actually miss the Chapter 5 map? Like, we're going to hear all of it. I personally think that the reason I'm not feeling any sort of nostalgia for this map is because I've been playing Fortnite Reload so much. But even then, in saying goodbye to places in Fortnite Reload, I don't care about it. Maybe it's because I know it's going to come back. I have no idea. And that's where I'm talking, like, this is why I wanted to make this video and kind of bring that conversation up again, because initially I was like, no, you know what? Yearly chapters are probably a good thing for the player base. I watched the video by Clark. We reacted to it. That swayed my mind a little bit, and I've been back and forth. Don't get me wrong, I've been back and forth, like, what I actually want. If it was up to me, if everybody was like me and everybody could be satisfied playing on the same map for 2 years, which is not the case for the player base. I've gotten into this conversation before you comment down below. The vast majority of the online community were sick of being on the same map when it was about 1.5 years, something around there. People were freaking out, okay? But if everybody was like me, if everybody was like a lot of us in this community over here, then we could do 2-year chapters. I'm trying to think like what's best for the player base. For me personally, I prefer 2 years. I want to build those connections. But then again, I also can't wait to get off of this map. So is yearly chapters a good thing? I've had such mixed feelings this entire time. And it honestly makes me a little bit sad because I love having these videos, even just like in my own storage device. I love having them on YouTube. I've loved the fact that I've been able to say goodbye to every single chapter. Even when OG came back, I was able to say goodbye to all the chapter 1 POIs. I did that with my friends in general, like before I even had a channel. That's what sparked the idea for those videos. I love going back, and sometimes I watch them. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. I believe I've only went back to Chapter 4 one time, but regardless, it makes me a little bit like sad inside, trying to remember like all of those memories that I've built on the map, all the memories that I've created. And guys, I have hours and countless amounts of hours and time spent in storage that I have. I have a bunch of different hard drives of just the most amazing clips and memories that I've made throughout these chapters. Chapter 5, I have made very little of those memories on the actual Battle Royale map compared to the fun that I've been having in Fortnite Reload. Maybe it's because the seasons weren't as good. Maybe it's because we didn't spend so much time on the map. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't look at the Chapter 5 map and go, wow, those are some great memories I made. I just think about playing the game and I'm like, okay, I made a ton of memories and there was a lot of funny moments, but most of those moments kind of like came from conversations. The only thing that I could really think of was Fortnite Wrecked with all the cars. I made some really, really great memories coming and just crashing into people with the chaos going about. We had all of that in previous chapters, but Chapter 5 has been a little bit bland, but even then, is that the map? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I'm so confused. I had such a great time playing on the Chapter 5 map. Why am I not feeling nostalgic for these POIs, for these locations of Chapter 5? The map is beautiful. It's gorgeous. The POIs, Mount Olympus I used in as an example, it looks incredible. It's so well made. We've had some great live events on this map. Why don't I care that it's leaving? And it's not any disconnect that I have from Fortnite in general. It's just, there's been a lot of the gameplay that I haven't necessarily liked throughout Chapter 5. I'm just ready to move on to Chapter 6. I'm so excited for Chapter 6. When Chapter 2 ended, I didn't really want to leave Chapter 2. I was content playing on the map. I enjoyed it. Kind of the same thing for Chapter 3. I was like, okay, I could play on this for 2 years. Chapter 4, I was feeling a little bit nostalgic saying goodbye to it, but I was ready to move on to Chapter 5. Now, I can't wait to get to Chapter 6. I don't get it. And I'm not like your average Twitter user where my dopamine receptors are completely gone and I'm looking for something new to just get me a little bit excited. No, if I was enjoying this map, I would want to play on the map again. I don't have an answer. And I know this video has been all over the place, but one thing that I did want to mention was, this doesn't mean don't go watch my saying goodbye to Chapter 5 video. There are still going to be some fantastic clips. It is, for some people, maybe going to feel nostalgic, but I find myself like, even then, it's a little bit difficult to get those clips because nope, we don't have anybody this time around going, oh my god, Restored Reels, I'm gonna miss you so much. Like, we don't have that type of stuff. It's just mixed in with a lot of funny moments and quite a few clips of, this was on the map? I don't have an answer for you. Why haven't we explored these POIs? Why don't I care that they're leaving? Why do I feel literally zero nostalgia? Like, I don't think I'm gonna miss one thing. Like, there were POIs that I really, really liked. Like I said, Restored Reels, Rebel's Roost, there were a couple other landmarks that I really liked, but I could care less that they're leaving at the same time. I'm ready for Chapter 6. I wish I could tell you the answer. If you have any idea, please comment down below. Let me know. I know this video is a little bit all over the place, but I just wanted to upload and talk about like my frustration, although it's not really frustration. It's just, I'm sad about the fact that I'm not sad leaving Chapter 5. This game has been so special to me for so long, and it still is so special. But hey, maybe after all this, yearly chapters really are a good thing. I've had my mind changed so many times on this, to be honest with you. I'm not looking to maybe have this conversation in the comments down below. Like, more so if you have an explanation. My gut is just telling me that it's because of Fortnite Reload, because I just haven't been playing on the Chapter 5 map as much. That's probably it. That's my guess. But even then, I feel like if I was playing Reload, I still would miss the map that I'm playing on. I would have certainly done that in previous chapters, but hey, who knows? If you guys want to continue the conversation about like whether or not yearly chapters legitimately are good for the game, I have 2 videos for you to check out. One video by Clen Gaming where he dives into it with some fantastic points, and I also reacted to that video. You can find Clark's video right here, and at the bottom you can find my reaction to it if you'd like to check out either video, guys. Very, very, very good content. Take care, everybody.